Hello and welcome back to The Letter, and we just finished the party, so we're almost done with Becca's story. We just finished speaking with Hannah in the last part. So anyways, we're home, I guess, probably not with Ash, because that's how we got home. So the moon is almost at its highest by the time we've reached Salem Well. Even after our respective heads have cooled off, the atmosphere within the car remains rifled with unspoken tension. This isn't a problem so easily fixed with a few handshakes. Quite frankly, I don't know what will... Ash himself has no idea what to do when he lights and twaddles awkwardly in the middle of the car park, unsure. Is he on his phone or just has a hand up there on his head? Or on his ear, basically. I don't know. It almost seems like he's having an internal debate whether he should say goodbye or mutter another apology. I could have driven him away purely out of spite the second I've gotten off. Still, old habits die hard. It's late and Ashton's flat is on the other side of the city. Rotation might still rear its head every time. Look at him right now. But I'm not too cruel. Put him up on another long drive. Especially when he still appears as if he hasn't gotten any rest.
You can borrow the couch.
Throw the keys to my flat. Is why before protest forms on his lips. Although he catches it with ease, he eyes it with a wary expression and shoots a puzzled glance my way.
You haven't been forgiven. We're still going to have that talk, believe me. But I'm not about to send you out on another drive looking like that. It's late. Go get some rest.
We're setting aside a lot of loose ends like this, but he appears to have accepted that reason, at least in the meantime. He does give me another questioning glance when I shove past him, pulling my mobile in the process.
Where are you going? I thought...
You go ahead upstairs. I need to contact Professor Andrew.
Andrew? Why would you...
Isn't that the Professor Ashton recommended?
Oh, no. Please. Is this that thing Isabella said this morning? I already gave her my word,
whoops.
Becca. I'll look into this BRC crap. No need to drag the old guy into it.
Of course he's still skeptical. Makes one wonder if he's even seeing anything at all. Figures this curse will stay away from this scoffer. This is another loose end that I can't just leave alone, Ashton's beliefs notwithstanding. Just so happens that one I can delve into using means other than taking a look at the mansion itself.
Ashton, do you really think I still give a shite after that stunt you pulled tonight?
No, but this is...
Spent so many years with them to know this is about to turn into another argument. Before I can finish, I come off with a firm raise my hand.
Look, I don't care. There are weird things happening around here. And yes, it's Isabella's brand of weird. Ghostly voices, strange sounds, and a bloody woman sitting at the back of my car. You don't have to believe me. And I no longer have the patience to convince you, so just...
I have the patience. I really want him to believe.
Just leave me be, Ashton.
It's the last one I need to believe. Because I'm really hoping it'll pay off in the end. So he doesn't push it, growing quiet instead, although I know he has a whole case of it paired inside his head. But there's a reluctant shift in his movement when he steps away from our conversation. Sure of climbing the stairs, he stops, turns to face me with an expression almost too conflicted.
Are you really sure?
What?
Huh?
That there was something? That you've been, seeing things?
Oh, I really hope when we get to the story, he's seen at least something.
Yes, I'm very, very certain. Now go. And you better not break anything in there. The last time I let you stay over, it was that statuette Belle gave me. You haven't even replaced that one.
Gosh, Ash. He's a klutz. Despite being an investigator, he's not handy with anything. So the last one of my reprimand goes both unheard and unanswered as he disappears behind the stairs. Things aren't as strained. He might have quip or two about that, followed by a light banter. Instead, for a long moment, I am left staring after him. There's something in the way he asked it that nags, coupled with his expression. The whole exchange feels unsettling. Oop, okay. Hello, Professor. One that doesn't fade even as I gather my thoughts and shift my focus on another, and as I dial Professor Andrew's number. And that is when it clicks. Oh, I just realized there's no number counting down. So during the long wait, Professor, one stray thought emerges from the unease. She has not intended for his question to be jibe. It's concern. For what, though? For my well-being? Letter's curse? The one I mentioned? The answer for those will have to wait, however. Finally, the call connects, and Professor Andrew's voice echoes from the receiver.
Professor
Oh, there's the
Andrew?
number.
Rebecca? It's late. What can I do for you?
I know, I'm sorry, but this is a bit urgent.
After all, this is a more pressing matter. Our lives might be at stake, and we're still in the dark.
Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you to do me a favor.
What? What's the favor? What is it? Professor Andrew Clark has agreed to meet with me 2 days later in front of Luxembourg Public Library. Okay. He has other committees, but being a longtime family friend has its perks. I have my parents' connections to thank for that. Of course, okay, so that's how they know. Of course, I'm not the sort to impose on him often, but the situation is, well, it's not entirely bad, although it does require calling in few favors from friends like him. Without his signature, I won't be able to gain access to the library's restricted section. If I want to get more in-depth information on the Ermengarde Mansions, that is, not simply what they choose to show to the general public. Much as I hate to admit it, there's always something people censor. Whatever it is, I won't ever find it in the general section. It has to be what they're keeping here beyond the public eye. Although that alone makes me antsy. Thankfully, I don't have to brood over it. I suck speaking. The wait for the professor doesn't last long. He never did enjoy making people wait. Likewise, he dislikes people who are tardy. Fair enough. So he arrives 5 minutes after I do, greeting me with what kind smile and casual wave of his hand. I haven't seen him in so long, but it appears he hasn't changed much. Familiar presence alone is enough for a fond smile to spread across my face.
Professor Andrew.
Rebecca, didn't I say long ago you can drop the professor?
Well, too bad.
You know I can't possibly do that. Even if I can, it feels disrespectful to call you by your name alone.
Both you and Ashton never listen to this old man. Kids these days.
All right, but just for today, since you're doing me a huge favor, Andrew.
I guess you simply can't have it all, even at this old age.
Still not sure what the thing being that we've only met him twice.
But pleasantries aren't what we're here for, yes? You mentioned you needed a permit.
Yes, sir, if that's okay with you.
More than fine. Anything in pursuit of knowledge, as they say.
He hands me the permit without further prompting. And just like he promised, he's also written a recommendation after his signature. This is more than enough to get me to those files. I mutter small things before slipping it into my pocket. Although when I look back, his brows are frowned. Furrowed? I suck at speaking? The very face of curiosity. Not surprising, considering how vague I've been during our little talk over the phone. Right there and then I've decided to tell him if he ever asks. Maybe not all of it, but stuff he needs to know. It's the least I could do to thank him. As expected, true to his inquisitive nature, he asked.
If you don't mind, though, I know you've always been an eager learner, but may I know what in the restricted section that piqued your curiosity?
It's the Ermengarde Mansions, sir.
He's quick to raise an eyebrow at that, and for a while I fear he'll take a slip of the slip of paper back. Is there something in what he said?
What they have out in the general isn't enough?
I'm, hoping for a more in-depth read, sir. More about the history and the people who once lived there. The general section doesn't have anything much on that.
Oh, I see. Well, you certainly aren't the first one to be enamored with that place. It doesn't shock me. The architecture is admirable, and the urban legends are something to talk about. Why, just this past week, I've got a few asking me about that. Imagine that.
Well, we've only had Zach talk with them, so... And I doubt Ash ever goes to him, but we'll see. We'll see, eventually.
I think enamored might be a little too much to describe our interest in it. But I have to agree. The mansion is beautiful, even with the renovations. They kept the stained glass windows, too. They are magnificent.
Oh, you've seen it.
I was there for a few hours to attend a housewarming party. The invitation was for my parents, but they couldn't make it. My mum used to work as a private tutor for the Evans. Hannah Wright?
Ah, I know of her. Her husband, too. Luxborn's most popular couple.
Oh, okay. Something falls behind his eyes, the warmth in them suddenly gone. Like he's reliving a painful, distant memory and seeing it play right in front of him. It disappears almost as soon as it surfaces, but the look has unsettled something in me.
Is something the matter?
Yeah, what?
Nothing much.
He knows something! He doesn't want to say.
But you know, you're already like a daughter to me. So if you could, do be careful with the friends you make.
Why? I mean, with Ash, I kind of ignore, but now with Andrew saying that I should avoid them, probably mostly with Luke, makes me very curious on how the story's gonna play out.
Is this about the rights, sir?
Just a friendly advice from an old man. Don't think much about it. Anyway, I have to leave now. Can't miss my weekly serving of bear claws. Say hi to your parents at the detective inspector for me, will you? I wish you luck with all that research.
I will. Thanks for this, Andrew.
That's like the most happy I've seen her. I just realized that. I don't think she's ever had this emotion in the game so far, till now. So Andrew gives a shoulder a light squeeze, a gesture a younger man has always appreciated, and quickly crosses the street after. I watch him until he disappears behind the door to cafe. Until all the doubt swimming inside my head finds a moment to rest. Whatever his business is with the rights isn't anything I should concern myself about. Somehow, in the grand scheme of things, all of it feels oddly relevant. The how, though, I've yet to find out. Hoping the library will give me the answers I want this time. Oh yeah, did we ever give the book to Mary Ann? I just remembered that now. So on a gloomy Sunday morning, the library is especially empty. Second floor in particular. I've always considered this place to be a sanctuary, a respite away from the hubbub of the city. The child I grew up reading books here, spending hours here, no end, poring over the pages, living out fantasy I had until my parents called me home. Now it feels nothing like it. Silence is smoothing, suffocating, even with how clean they've kept the microfinch room, and the entire small of it lacks a speck of dust or clutter. Breathing is a struggle for air. Not far into my stray, I begin to long for the noise outside. Perhaps as a way to calm this unease, I start to hum a tune. Imagine that. Okay. I was like, is this anything we know? Yeah, she says it. Why of all things it has to be that silly nursery rhyme? Wait a second. It's the London Bridge. Why is that so important? It's goddamn creepy. Why of all things it has to be that silly nursery rhyme? Not an inkling. Does its job, however, fills the lull with something far less awkward, far less deafening. That's enough for a distraction. I have business here. No time for silly daydreams, only important work to attend to. If there is a possibility of it being fruitless, some means it feels like I have to do it. If not for me, for the people who has been affected by this. What do we even call this? A haunting? A Halloween prank gone wrong? A curse? If Isabel were here, what would she say? A curse. Or a haunting. Does work. Will she panic? Will she be angry I only listen to her now? I'm pretty sure she would have been relieved to hear. So all stems from that one moment in the movie house, doesn't it? We could have avoided this had we only taken her warnings to heart. Stupid mistake is all it took to send our normal lives downward spiral. Frankly, I'm no longer sure if I'm angry at myself for it, or at the universe for throwing us into this mess. We can only make do of what little we have. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Going here might not be the right decision, but it's a start.
Good start.
Doesn't take much time for me to find what I need. Microfinch of old newspaper, long kept in special storage cabinets, the far end of the strictest section. Hold on, I'm just curious. Options. Okay, because I'm just like noticing BGM sound effects. Yeah, let me just. I just realized you might not be hearing the sort of subtle song in the background. Does this affect? No, okay. Let me just keep that at half because it is kind of loud at times. But the BGM, let me just. Yeah. Let me just ump that up a bit. Anyways. Yeah, we just read this. So the year is 1620s and beyond. Before the state of Luxembourg even exists in the records, the mansion has just been built. Anselm, nothing more but a small, sleepy hamlet near a river. A lot of pieces are missing. Days, sometimes several consecutive weeks without any record remaining. Often it goes on for years. Troublesome, but as it is, I'm lucky enough to find anything at all considering how far I'm looking back. Can't be picky now. Can't waste time mulling over record keepers of the old. What could have done to make this a breeze for me?
I can still work with this.
Faint weir of the microfinch machine keeps me company as I go over each slide, each image, hoping for something that goes beyond what the local lore knows. There are snippets, little mentions of the family that once settled in the house here and there. The unusual singing and praises for the couple helped brought up what was once a tiny settlement into a buzzing town. Nothing substantial, nothing I don't know before. It continues on like this for a good while, till I come by the years after their deaths. People at Anselm might have loved Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde, mourned their passing, and held them in high esteem in the years after. But it was their daughter that was remembered fondly by the townspeople. If her parents built this town, Lady Charlotte was the one who made it prosper. Remarkable, considering it was a period of recovery from a bout of plague that killed half the town's population, including her parents. Oh. Aw. What's surprising, though, apparently her time also marked more than a superficial change to the place. She moved things, changed laws, and altered old customs and traditions. If they were done on a woman's whimsy, it doesn't say, but she seems capable enough from more than that. The gist of it is the town she rebuilt? It's what eventually grew to become Luxembourg City, while the nearby Anselm village remained as it was, a relic of the old. A frown swiftly forms my face.
So, why is there a need to hide this?
One by one, I tried to recall every lesson I've gone through, every book, paper, and journal I've read. None of these ever mentioned this. It's always the lord and lady of the house, their endearing child, always afterthought to those anecdotes. Fuck. Anecdotes. The ones who always took her life in the end. Never someone who restored a town from the brink of collapse, or brought new ideas to it. It's because she's a woman?
That pisses me off.
Granted, not everything is sunshine and rainbows. Not all aspects of her can be considered admirable. But this is history. Some parts are bound to naturally delve into unpleasant territory, whether I like it or not. Ooh. Witch hunts, for example, became common near the end of her life, which would have been completely unremarkable and might have gone to become a mere footnote in history. It did involve Lady Charlotte and the very slave she saved. It caused quite a stir, enough to leave almost a week's worth of clippings. The girl was eventually burned and condemned by an entire town. Maybe that's why the girl looks, or the ghost looks, all bloody, but I guess if you're burned, you wouldn't look all bloody. So at the word of Lady Charlotte alone. But this doesn't really have anything to do with this curse, does it? Unless that one following us and the slave are the same person. Tale of revenge? How cliche. However, with the lack of accurate photographs, it's impossible to tell. Maybe if I squint, the illustration would start resembling her? In my field, it doesn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way. I'll be a laughing stock of the community.
This isn't going anywhere.
Mentally exhausted, I take a careful step away from the screen, pressing a palm to my tired eyes. Lack of ample light in this area doesn't help. Headache already threatens to form at the back of my head. Yet I'm nowhere near figuring this out. This is simply too much to take in all at once.
I should have asked for someone's help.
Now I'm at a dead end. Start gathering everything around me and placing them back in their respective envelopes for storage. Motion is no longer new after volunteering here a number of times. I didn't make much mess anyway, considering the lack of materials available to begin with. To look somewhere else. The where remains a note, though. But just as I'm about to slip the last of the slides in, something catches my attention. My hand pauses the microfilm halfway through its protective sleeve. It's one of the few I've set aside without taking a careful look at it. It seems like a gossip column at first glance, but upon closer look, I slide it back to the reader, gently turning the dial set in search of the page. It takes some time, but once the image becomes clear, they must have had this drawing commissioned for this announcement. Ermengarde Air announces betrothal? I don't doubt it. Details are far more intricate. Their likeness likely closer to how they might have appeared at the time. They're both recognizable this way, closer to those paintings I've seen in the mansion. However, it's the man standing beside her, Edward Godfrey, according to the article that caught my attention previously. First cousin, eventually her fiancé? Maybe it's the posture, the manner in which he holds himself. Maybe it's the shape of his eyes, though I can't be too certain about that until I've got a better reference. Nevertheless, there is a resemblance. It looks eerily like Luke, by chance? My head snaps up, glowering at whoever's running on the floor above. Any day I'd march upstairs and prime whoever it is.
This is a library, for heaven's sake.
But now isn't the time. I've got what I need. Not wasting another minute, I hit the machine's print button for a copy of the page. My other hand moves to put everything back into storage. A racket exhale slips from me. Relief, perhaps, or maybe this is already exhaustion. Regardless, soon I'm closing my eyes as I wait for the printer to finish. If only to stave off a headache building up from everything. Fuck, it's creepy. Oh, it's creepy. My god, it's such a creepy song in this. Sometimes I've been... Oh, hold on. Sometimes I've even begun humming the same song again for comfort. Despite my doubts about this, despite all the tension on my shoulders, maybe a small find, but at least I could start somewhere. Start somewhere. There's a way out of this. I know it. Printer sputters to a halt. However, it sounds isn't what makes me snap my eyes open. Fuck! Oh my god. You know, I wonder if maybe by chance the ghost is affecting Becca to sing the song? So feeling a chilly brush of air beyond my back. Brief enough for something sickening suddenly lodged itself in my throat while I take in my surroundings. Suffocating sensation again. Creeping to every part of me, crawling under my skin. Draining me little... Hold on. If we gotta do something, because we haven't done anything for Becca at all, I gotta get ready. Gotta get ready to escape this girl. To drain me little by little of any strength. From that day in that mansion, that that brief moment at school, that delay, I grab the papers and make a quick beeline for the door. Oh god! Okay, that is so creepy! Whole body freezes. Nothing? I hold my breath and not dare to make any noise. For a little while, only the sound of papers crumpling under my grasp fills the room. The excitement from earlier gone instantly, replaced by cold, seeping dread spreading throughout my limbs. But more than the fear, it's the anger. It pains me to hear her using my own student's voice against me. And more than once, I believed it was really her. She has no right.
Why don't you play with me?
'Cause you're creepy, no offense. Although she hasn't made a move, there isn't a wall behind me. I'll probably take a step back. Nothing to put a distance between us, no matter how small, as long as I'm out of her reach. But I still myself, because if I do fall back, away from her, I'm left with no way out. I am not dying here. Oh, I hope.
You think you scared me?
Miss Pink, don't be so rude. I'm waiting.
Waiting for what?
I'm not afraid of you, you spook. This is one Scotswoman you want to get into an early grave without a fight.
Oh my god. Really? That accent on that?
Come at me.
I expected she'll lunge, prove to me what a monster she is. Instead, all she gives me is a smile twisted and gnarled. It's as if time has crawled to stop at the sight of it. Split-second decision. Before I know it, my body shifts. Eyes closing in anticipation, hand grabbing whatever is solid enough from the nearby table and hurling it at her. Oh god. I don't bother looking. Whatever I threw hits its mark. Run! As fast as my legs can carry. Despite my heart threatening to burst out of my chest. But in the maze of bookshelves, with the whole place almost void of people. Is there even a place safe enough I can escape? Because here's the thing. Let me just say. Because a while ago, because I feel like I bring up Zach so many times, but the other thing is with Mary Ann, because I remembered that with the way the opening cutscene plays out, Zach is shown in jail of some sort, and the ghost seems to show up, and the Mary Ann, who I'm pretty sure, hopefully we don't have killed, is also sort of in that same situation. And if we're going with that, in order to save ourselves, I have a feeling if we go upstairs, we're gonna kill Becca. So let's head for the door? If there's one, it is out of this room, out of this place, as far away as anyone can get from her. I can think about the rest of what I could do after I'm outside. There are other people I can ask for help. when she's not chasing me like this. So hesitation in my steps, as I race for the restricted section's door, downstairs and barrel straight for the library's exit. Towards safety and a desperate bid for my life. Library rules be damned. I no longer hear her behind me. I'm not taking any chances. Breath almost escapes me as I near the door. A little more. Now nowhere, a library cart careens from blind corner and slams to my side. Oh, what? Back hits the floor with a hard thud, back completely knocking the breath out of me. Copper tang of blood gradually spread over my tongue as I fight to get my bearings back. Force myself to move, even with the excruciating pain coursing through my limbs. The exit's almost there. If only I could. There's no moment's respite. Please don't tell me I just killed her! Next thing I know, there's heavy weight atop me and cold digits slide around me, neck tightly like a vice, pressing closing in, leaving me gasping for air. By my blurred vision, I can only make out the hateful gleam, spite in her eyes. She looms over my body. Her grip on my throat grows tighter. Spite, desperation kicks in. Okay, we're gonna get a chance, I feel. Nails dig in her wrist as I struggle against her firm grip, trying to pry fingers away. Maybe she was actually choking me too. Please let me get her off. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? Keep the slider. How do I? Come on. Oh. Okay. Wait, I'm confused. Okay, yeah. Darkness fills my vision. Since the world fades. Continue. Please tell me it's right here. Okay. So keep the slide within the green by removing the mouse arrows. The mouse is the arrow? Oh. Oop. Oh, so this is right and left click. The book? The book I do it save us one day. For anyone who's watching Play Amnesia. I don't think twice. But okay, that was weird. So, arrow keys or yeah. So it was just left and right click. I'm just glad my right click actually works. Or my left. I don't know. I'm just glad the buttons work in general. Given it's a broken sort of. So I don't think twice. My limbs are moving on their own before what I did could fully register in my brain. My lungs could recover. Behind me, she lets out a cry, sharp, loud, and thunderous against the empty walls of the library. The fear her wails bring compares nothing to relief washing over me when I finally make it out. My knees buckle as soon as my feet hits the pavement, surface cold and hard against my skin. I've only been there for a few hours, about 1 or 2 probably. I don't know anymore, it feels like an eternity all the same. My breath hasn't slowed down yet, and I don't expect it to after going through that. Pearl, look, the most undignified creature on a Sunday morning right now. Breath, sealed, slumped here with a bloodied lip and all. But at present, I simply can't bring myself to care, even when a few passers-by start giving me strange looks. Serve me all you want, I don't give a single shite. I'm alive. I'm safe. This isn't the end yet, but I'm safe. Inside my bag is something that could get us out of this mess. Nothing definite yet. I don't want to get my hopes up, but it's still something. If Isabel is here, I'm sure she'll feel the same. She'll even be the first one who'll put her faith on it. Wherever this will lead us to is a victory on its own. All that's left is to find the others. Rest of us trapped in this bloody nightmare. Round Q, as if I answer my previous thought, all phone lets out a beep. Pick it up, simply hoping I'll be one of them. Only it's a voicemail that greets me from Ashton. It's a ping. Disappointing, of course, but brings some reassurance that nothing's happened to at least one of them.
Hey, Becca, call me back when you're free. We need to talk. ASAP.
Ends right there. It's less than a minute long. Curtain gives nothing away. Let it ease my worries. Regardless, do as he asks. Because this, too, is another triumph for us. One less thing to worry about. And by chance, was that her story? Okay. She's safe. We're good. Ashton! Okay, and this is actually a good time to end the video. Because I think before I usually go on to someone's story right after I finish someone. So for once I actually finished someone's story and actually have to end it. So, with that, if you guys enjoyed the video, go with the like button. And if you want to see what's going to happen next or simply want to know what I make, go to the subscribe button to be notified. And if you got anything to say so in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Comrades.